we are not in a good place. So I've been saying that for a while, since COVID.
The family of 20-year-old Alexis Gridiron told me she recently broke up with her boyfriend. They say he showed up to her apartment this morning near 76th and Brown Deer Road and shot and killed her while she was getting ready for.
I was shocked. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Attorney Ira Schechter says this blurry cell phone video shows LMPD officers pulling 17-year-old divorced Stoner from a car after Stoner had been fatally shot.
Killed 16-year-old Tyree Smith and 15-year-old Cortez Duncan Jr. in separate shootings.
My emotions are just everywhere. It's sad, honestly, because they're so young, but they also don't have a care in the world, so.
Also where family members say Gist returned to the scene of the crime for a vigil for the two people days after they were murdered. This surveillance video shows a gunman running away after two people were shot and killed inside a
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Me. I'm going to clean it up. It's going to be me and Jason. Me, Jason, and Poolie. We'll do it for y'all. Don't even worry about it. It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. I know y'all heard a little bit of phlegm. What's going on, y'all? What's good? I'm feeling a little better now. I'm no longer under the weather. I got bars. Oh my gosh, I got bars. Yes, I got bars. Y'all ain't even know. But where are we right now? Where are we? We are on YouTube, y'all. We are on YouTube officially. We are on PGT Time Facebook business page officially. And we are on Twitch, baby. Hey, Twitch. What's going on, y'all? What's good? What's good in the city? What's goody? Y'all, I'm so excited about tonight. We got a lot to show y'all tonight. A lot of it ain't good. I'm being honest with y'all. But we do have some announcements. You know, I always come in with the announcements and everything. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring Jason on up in the building. Hey, Jason.
What up, though? What's good with you? How you holding up?
I am wonderful. It's been a rough day today. But I made it through. Once I come on Peachy News, it's like I'm happy all over again.
Right. You flick the switch.
Exactly.
It's time to go. It's go time, right?
It's go time, baby. It's go time.
We see everybody in the building. Make sure everybody keep pulling up. If you're not here yet, go ahead and share the live. Like she said, we on all the platforms. We on YouTube. We at the PGT Time not professional, but business page. And then we also on Twitch, man. Twitch is a major move. So keep sharing the live. Let people know where we at. We in a new location. Sometimes you just gotta let them know again. Like we move, man. We move.
So you gotta make sure you share this video, okay? It's so important. If you never shared before, now is the time to start sharing so that we can get everybody that was on my personal page to come on over to the YouTube page, okay? Or even the Facebook page, all right? Now, Twitch got their own little world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They got
do.
their own little world. So the people that's already on there watching, what up? What up? But I really want people to go to the YouTube page or the Facebook business page, which is called Peachy Tea Time. The links are in my personal page. Okay. So
Yes.
if you know that somebody like, what's going on? Where's the missus? Let them know. The link is already on my personal page. All they gotta do is just tap it and they will jump right on over to YouTube. Okay. Make sure y'all subscribe. That's so important. If you have not subscribed to my page, please subscribe. Also make sure you hit up Jason at CTV Radio. Okay, on TikTok. We doing this together. You know, I don't be on TikTok with them. You know, I don't be on there, but I be watching.
You know, you gaze. You be gazing.
Yes, I be in the building. I will be in the building tonight too.
That part, we have an amazing interview with Karaya Brene. She's a Minneapolis R&B artist. It's going to be a good time, man. We're going to be talking about her upcoming albums, but not only that, she has a second annual concert that's happening on August 26th that we'll be talking about. This is her second ever solo concert where it's just her on the stage and her intimate crowd. She has some friends there to perform before her, but yeah, it's going to be an amazing show, and it is sponsored by me and a few other sponsors as well. So tap in, man. It's going to be something beautiful to have a conversation with her.
Now, for the performance when she does the show, will that be live? Will we be able to see that?
We will not, unfortunately. They wanna save that for the crowd goers, the people that are in attendance. But we will have clips and things of that nature thereafter. So I'll be taking some footage, some behind the scenes, kind of having the small discussions with some of the artists that are there, and then just kind of posting those type of things afterwards.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with some of our announcements. Of course, we have moved. We have moved as of August 15th to YouTube and my Facebook business page and also Twitch. So let everybody know. We also are still looking for family members. Just because you don't see a family member on here tonight, that does not mean they're not waiting, baby. They are waiting. Okay. Me and Jason had to take a little 2-week break. I want to make sure that being that we made the switch going straight to YouTube and also to my Facebook business page, which we've already been on the Facebook business page. But I just want to make sure that everybody know what's going on before we bring the next family on just as well. And we needed to get our mind right. We had to get our mind right. So next up, yes, who got the juice, baby, with the misses? Now, our first set of indie artists will be performing on October 22nd. And it's similar to like you, Jason. What you got going on? It is sponsored by me, Peachy Tea Time, and it will be Main Event. Y'all all know who Main Event is. And if you don't know who Main Event is, I should give you a little brief. Just a little brief.
Let's celebrate for the ones who going through it and they feel like they can't make it out the storm. Let's celebrate. Let's have a toast for the homies down the road and for the ones who dead and gone. Let's celebrate.
All right. We got to say the commercial for commercial time. But that...
Absolutely.
That is Main Event. Y'all is not a stranger at all to Main Event. He has been rocking with me since I've been doing Peachy Tea Time. So shout out to Main Event. Energy Guy will be performing just as well. They have a gospel artist that will be performing. I said they. I have a gospel artist that will be performing, but they're actually Main Event friends. That's who they are. Main Event and his friends. So we have a comedian that will be joining just as well. Y'all, we doing big things. Do you hear me? Big things. And it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'm really putting my all in all into all of this, okay? Because this is something that I want to continue to do. each and every month. You know, if it's not every month, y'all see my hair ain't right. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not right. If it's not every month, it will be every other month. Okay. But as of right now, we do have people for October, which is main event. We do have people for November just as well. So I thank God for that. We will have vendors there just as well. Food vendor, drink vendor. Hey, and he's making four peachy tea time signature drinks.
Exclusives. Let's go.
Yes.
The
And they are
exclusives.
going to be called each one of my shows. Okay. Peachy Monday, Peachy News, Peachy Talks, and Peachy Hits, baby. And of course, he's gonna have other drinks there too if y'all don't want those. Because everybody don't like mixed drinks. I understand. But it will be other vendors there just as well. Y'all, we gonna have a good time. We gonna turn up, baby. And trust and believe you will see the videos. Okay. We will also be streaming live just as well. I'm speaking into existence, Jason.
There you
I'm
go.
speaking into existence. So we're gonna be streaming live. If not, don't even worry about it. Y'all will see a lot of the show. All right. And the tickets go on sale on Monday. The tickets go on sale on Monday. We are anticipating an audience, a live studio audience. So the tickets go on sale. They are $15.50. That's it. That's it, Jason. $15.50. Can't beat that.
Let's not say cheap. Inexpensive.
Inexpensive. Very
That's
inexpensive. But $15.50 will get y'all this full show. Plenty of vendors for you to tap in with just as well. So make sure y'all get these tickets so we could, show these artists some love, because that's what it's about, showing the artists some love. And I'm gonna be hosting. Very first time hosting the
Let's
show.
go. You hosting it?
Yeah, very first time. I've never hosted before, but that's something that I really want to start tapping into. So what better way to do it than do it on my own show? Okay. So I'm so excited about that. And then of course we got Peachy Mondays with me each and every Monday, 9 p.m., 8 p.m., and 6 p.m. Okay. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific. Of course, we got me and Jason, baby, each and every Wednesday. Yes, each and every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific. Then we got me and my boo thing, baby, my husband, my sugar drop. We are on my sugar drop. We are on each and every Friday, 9:15 Eastern Time, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 p.m. Central Time, and 6:15 p.m. Pacific. And then, of course, you already know, baby, the weekend spot. Yes, you gotta love the weekend spot, baby. At his 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. With your girl Demisses with the kisses, baby. Where we talk about crime news, breaking news, and we have interviews with independent artists, business owners, and comedians. Anybody that got something going on. So make sure you check me out. And of course, you gotta check out Jason. Jason, tell them your rundown right quick.
Oh, absolutely, man. Come and check us out here on TikTok at CTV Radio. Simple as that, just those letters. What we are is a indie hip hop, independent radio station that sponsors all sorts of music, all sorts of artists, and we put them on full display to put them in put them in front of more ears and eyes as possible. We go from Sunday to Saturday. Is the schedule. So on Sunday, we have what's called R&B Reset. Monday, we have Indie Fresh Look Review. Tuesday, it's Wheels Up. Wednesday, we're looking at What Up Doe, the interview. And then we have the day off on Thursday. Friday, we back with the CTV recap. So we're recapping the whole week in totality. And then we started all back over on Sunday, man. So tap in with us. You'll see some beautiful things, hear some beautiful music, and meet some amazing people on CTV Radio, the hottest indie radio station on TikTok. Come catch this vibe, you heard?
Catch this vibe. I love it. I love it. Now, I want you all, anybody that's watching right now, I do understand that it's going to take a while. And I'm not even going to say take a while. I'm not even going to speak it like that. But it probably will take some time. I say that. Some time for everybody to, join in and, understand that we are on YouTube and only on my business page. Okay. So I get that.
That's right.
Please make sure you share the video. So important. But what I'm going to start doing, Jason, is asking people that's in the chat to put in your state. Put your state that you watching from, okay? Just put it in the chat. Even if you don't do it right now, you just too busy looking at me and Jason and everything. Before the end of the show, Jason's so silly. Before the end of the show, please, please, please make sure you put in what state you are watching from. It's so important. It's so, so important. I also want to make sure I mention this just as well. Me and Jason, we joke around a lot on my show. I joke around a lot on Mondays and on Saturdays. Fridays, me and Pooley joke around a lot. But I really want y'all to understand that it's so important that you like these videos, that you share these videos.
Yes,
I'm not doing this just to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're my friend, share the video. Even if you don't watch it, share it. Because I'm telling you now, when the missus climb that ladder, because it's going to happen, and I make it big, I don't want to have to come to you and be like, but you ain't watch my show or share my shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to come to you like that. I'm still going to look out for you regardless because you my peoples. But I don't want to have to mention that sentence. Okay. So please, it's so important. Share this video. Share it now. If you got groups that you're in, share it to your groups. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we are speaking real ass shit. We're not talking about celebrity gossip. We're not talking about eating food. We're not talking about what happened at the grocery store. Well, unless
something happened at the grocery store. Right. Unless something happened at the grocery store.
Yes. And y'all, I put a lot of time into these videos. I really do. And I got kids to take care of. I got a husband just as well and a full-time job. But I still make the time to bring this to y'all. I can sit at home and watch it and just leave it alone. But I want y'all to see this. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could be aware of what's going on and have awareness and bring awareness and bring awareness. Oh my gosh, I said it wrong. But y'all know what I was trying to say. So we better go ahead and get started. One more thing, Jason, I have to say. We will not be doing any more videos, music videos during the week. Okay? I got to make things happen. I got a goal that I'm trying to set where I'm trying to be at in the next few years. So I need to start now.
Well,
so that I can be monetized and all that. Go ahead, Jason.
If you're not doing the music videos, send them to us on Tuesday. We'll play all music videos on TikTok as well. So you can catch us on TikTok, Twitch, or even YouTube. We don't matter. It don't matter. We getting ours. So
exactly.
If you got an indie artist that you want to see, or you want to put your friend on or family member and they just made a music video, send them our way. We're doing a countdown of the 10 hottest indie music videos on Tuesday on TikTok. That's CTV Radio.
All right, y'all just heard him. Send it to Jason, and I will also take an L on Saturdays. I will take an L on Saturdays. So my music for PGT time will be played on Saturdays at Hits 92.3, okay? But as far as Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it will be strictly videos, okay? As far as news broadcasts and us talking about these news broadcasts. But we will not be playing any more music videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but they will be played on Saturday at Hits 92.3. The real definition of internet radio, baby. Yeah. Just in case I'm on my way to the radio station mainstream. Who knows?
Right. That part.
Yes. So let's get started. I see you in there, Miss Joyce, baby. Don't think I don't see you. I see you, Audra. I see you.
Let's see who all in the building, man. We got Veronica from Michigan in the building. What up, dog? We see Nicole, Miss Nicole Danielle say, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Aja, we see you, man. Look, Greenville, South Carolina. South Kakalaki in the building. Yeah?
What you call it? What you call it?
South Kakalaki.
Kakalaki. That's right.
They might say, I know it's North Kakalaki for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But we got Miss Joyce in the building. Joyce says she watching right now. She watching.
Thank you, Miss
Audra.
Joyce. Now make sure, I'm going to be telling y'all throughout the show just as well. Put in the chat.
My bad. BG in the building as well. What up, though?
BG, you coming with me. When I make it to the top, I'm bringing you with me. I ain't never met you, but I'm bringing you with me. BG don't miss a show, baby.
Now
so ever since she been watching, she ain't missed not one show.
Not one. BG, salute to Kenneth Brown in the building as well.
The missus with the kisses. But BG be on lunch break. She be like, I'm on my lunch right now.
I'm here, though.
I be doing a little pop-up. And she be like, I'm on my lunch, but I'm here to see what you popping up on. Thank you so much. Now, please continue tonight to put the state that you are watching from. Okay? I'm going to be mentioning that all night, Jason. If I forget, you mention it too. We want to know where our peoples is watching at. Okay? Now, we know we got people watching from Jamaica.
Hey. Got to get that right.
Jason, I told my friend about our show. I'm not gonna laugh. Because we look out for all black folks on PGT time. I'm just gonna say it. We do. And I told my friend about our friend that called in.
Yes, sir.
From Jamaica. And said that their daughter was missing.
Yes.
And the first thing my friend said was, what was we supposed to do? Jason, please explain to everybody what we supposed to do.
Well, absolutely. Share the live. Get this in front of as many people as possible. Although we're not in a whole nother country. I get that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Jamaica's out over there. But that don't mean that this broadcast won't meet or reach or get to other people that can't help. So that just shows the significance of how dope we are, right? So we had someone come in from Jamaica asking for our help. So that means we're reaching that far. The person that sent them, our information said, hey, look, they've been trying to help people all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then there it is. So now we're trying to help people all around the world. Yeah, while we can't help him and their family immediately, we can definitely assist them by everyone sharing this as much as possible to get it in front of someone else. You feel me? And then that person may be able to do something.
There we go. So we're about to go ahead and get started. I didn't want to say all of that because, me and my friend, we tend to laugh a lot. So I didn't want to get started and start laughing, thinking about her. Miss Joyce said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, baby.
Hey, shout out
where
to Joyce.
all the peaches is at, baby. All the peaches. Well, let's get started with our fair usage. We got to run through these clips. Jason has an important interview that he has to do. So let's get started. Here go our fair usage.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
A man who was seriously injured after police say he was shot in the stomach by his ex-girlfriend is now speaking out and apologizing. We first told you about the arrest of 31-year-old Thais Hayward last week. She's currently charged with attempted murder. Hayward's family says it was her fear of her ex-boyfriend that led her to shoot him after they say he stalked, harassed, and subjected her to abuse. Now, her ex-boyfriend spoke exclusively to News4Jax reporter Eric Abede, who joins us live outside the Duval County Jail, where Hayward remains on a $1 million bond. So, Eric, why is her ex now breaking his silence about her arrest?
Well, he says that he feels that he is the reason why she is locked up here inside the Duval County Jail. Now, he said that he does not think that she tried to kill him the morning that she shot him. He says that, and we just for the record, we are not identifying him simply because, according to investigators, he is still considered a victim in this case.
They argued.
When we last spoke with the sister of 31-year-old Thais Hayward, she says Hayward didn't realize she actually shot her ex-boyfriend during an argument until after police arrived at her door to conduct an investigation.
She said, I didn't know I hit him. I didn't know I hit him. And she said, I just wanted to make sure he left me alone and went away.
Her ex-boyfriend, who is no longer in the hospital, confirmed that statement during my interview with him.
Prior to that gunshot, did you throw anything at her?
Yeah, I threw a pot at her window.
Hayward's ex-boyfriend confirmed that he showed up at her house at 2 a.m. to pick up his clothes and that the two got into an argument that turned violent at the front door. Police say Hayward's surveillance camera recorded her shooting at her ex as he was retreating back to his car. Police say after he was shot, he drove to a nearby parking lot where he called 911. Paramedics took him to UF Health where he underwent life-saving surgery.
I hate it went this far, and it ain't supposed to go this far.
Hayward was arrested and charged with attempted murder. Her family told News4Jax she feared her ex-boyfriend because they say he harassed, stalked, and subjected her to abuse, which included the destruction of her property. They provided documentation that proved she went to police for help. There was even a copy of a domestic violence injunction that was temporarily granted last year. Her ex tells News4Jax her family was right.
She kept telling me don't tell her stuff, and I wouldn't let her go. She always tried to get away, and I go where she at. She kept telling me you need help. She was trying to get me some help, but I didn't take it.
Her ex tells News4Jax he created the fear in Hayward that he believes led to her shooting him.
I'm wrong. I'd be less than a man and sit around and say it's not worth her going to jail, losing all her stuff behind. A bruised up man.
Is there anything you want her to know?
And I'm sorry. I wish I would have listened to her.
Now, Hayward's ex-boyfriend says that he plans to speak with prosecutors to see if they would even consider dropping the case against her. Now, she faces the possibility of life in prison if convicted on that attempted murder charge. Now, coming up at 11, you're going to hear from an attorney not affiliated with this case who says testimony from the ex-boyfriend could create an interesting dynamic in this case if it goes to trial. Reporting live, Erica.
All right, y'all. I think that is so sad.
Nope.
And messed up. Exactly, Asia. At least he's telling the truth. Now, hold on, Asia. I want to play devil's advocate for a minute before Jason say anything. What if her family is threatening him and making him say all of this?
Nope.
I mean, I don't agree. I don't think that's the truth, but I'm just saying, what if?
No,
and the only reason why I say I don't think that's the truth is because everything was documented.
Right. No.
Everything was documented. Go ahead, Jason.
Nigga life was saved. His life was saved. He was like, he thought that she was just woofing. He ain't gonna shoot nobody, nigga. She said, why? He said, oh shit, I think I got hit. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get my ass up out of here because she ain't playing with my ass no more. I thought she was just joking. You know, her little small ass ain't gonna do shit. Here's the thing, man, and it says it right there. Everything has been documented. You know what I'm saying? The facts of the facts is real shit that she did. She should not be in jail right now because she protected herself, and she's been doing it the correct way the whole time, but nothing has been done. He hasn't been listening, and he ain't get it. So you got to get this hot lead in your ass to make sure you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, the only issue is this. And if it's on camera, which is good, that might help her, but it might not, is if he was walking backwards, like his back was to her and he was going to the car. And then
that was the case.
If that was the case,
have it on camera.
That was the case?
That was the case, and they do have it on camera that he was walking away.
That's troubling because he is now with his back towards her and walking away. The
He's not
issue
a
has
threat.
been, it's no longer a threat. No longer a threat. But with them not, with the, you know what I'm saying? So that could be an issue. That'd be a hard thing to fight. It's really a hard thing to fight. But he right. He should be on here pleading to get her ass out of jail.
He sure should.
He should be. He should have been sitting there protecting her from the very fucking get-go, but instead he's trying to break her down and install this fear inside of her to make her comply with whatever reality he has going on when she was too strong for that. And she said, you know what? I'm getting sick and tired of this shit, man. Come get these bummy ass, sleazy ass clothes. Come get the rest of this shit because I am done with you. I'm done with you. And if you don't get off my property, I'm busting a cap in your ass.
Yep.
But you ain't gonna do nothing. All right. See what I'm not gonna do. I don't care about these cameras, nigga. And it just so happens.
And the cameras was out there, unfortunately.
It's not even unfortunate. It could have been of a fortunate nature. It is, but I think it's just going to be a tough battle. I think there might be small repercussions. I don't think she's going to do years. I think she will do a short bit of time, if not, not even I feel this. I feel like she's going to do the only time that she's doing right now. So however long she stay in jail from here to the end of the court proceedings is how long she's going to be in jail. Everything else is going to be paperwork. She's going to be on probation for a few years, probably can't have a gun anymore, and all those type of things, right? Those are going to be the few things that are going to happen. Because here's the thing, again, if she already had, court proceedings and paperwork from the get-go of saying like, we are not to be talking and this, that, and the other, and everyone's like messing that shit up, or whatever that may look like, then it's gonna get dicey, but it's gonna get figured out.
Exactly. Yep. She is in right now on $1 million bond. That's
get her out.
That's strange to me though.
All right.
It's strange. Because he didn't die. He didn't die. They know what he was doing to her, and she's in there for $1 million bond. A lot of $1 million bonds is people that really have hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see.
I mean, if he didn't get to calling her and calling the paramedics in time, he would be dead.
Yeah, he drove down the street. And called the paramedics. He was like,
let me get my ass from out
come
here.
back out here. Let me get the hell on. Let me get the hell on. Then I called him now.
Shit, they didn't shot me in the stomach. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, or the back, or whatever. I gotta get out of here.
I don't think I got nothing for no car. He did this.
I got the hell up out of here.
Now, y'all, when I tell y'all I got an update for y'all tonight, baby. Jason, and I'm gonna show y'all the clip that we originally showed, but I just want to know if y'all really be paying attention to PGT time, okay? Jason, do you remember that video that I showed where it was some people, or we didn't know if it was one person or two people in the car at the ATM machine, and we saw the man get out the car, out the back seat.
Yep.
And then he went back and closed the front door.
I think so.
Yeah, and I was like, somebody was driving in that front seat. And that's what we was trying to figure out. Was somebody in the front seat or what? Maybe when I tell y'all I got the update on that. When I saw y'all the clip, y'all gonna definitely know what it is. But there's a couple more stories we got to get into before we get into that update, okay? But you don't want to miss the update. So here's the next story.
2 teenagers accused of killing a JCPS student at a bus stop last year are now facing charges for another teen's murder.
Both were in court today. WLKY's Jamie Mays spoke to the victims' families.
We're going through enough. No one else needs to go through any type of pain like that.
Two families grieving the loss of their young sons came face to face with 2 teenagers accused of killing them. 16-year-old Damarian Lakeith Moore and Makai Cable were arraigned on murder charges Monday. Both are being tried as adults. Police say they killed 16-year-old Tyree Smith and 15-year-old Cortez Duncan Jr. in separate shootings.
My emotions are just everywhere. It's sad, honestly, because they're so young, but they also don't have a care in the world. So You just ask God to, place it on your heart to forgive them.
Smith was killed in September while waiting at a bus stop in the Russell neighborhood. 2 other teens were also wounded. Police say the teens also shot and killed Duncan near his home in the Shawnee neighborhood on Thanksgiving Day. His mother says her son would have celebrated his 16th birthday on Sunday.
I do miss my son. He might not have been perfect to everybody else, but he was perfect to me and he was mine. And they took something away from me that I can't replace, that I cherish very dearly.
The mother of Tyree Smith provided a statement saying, "I'm extremely saddened by all the senseless gun violence that's going on in our city. And I don't want another family to go through what we're going through because it's rough losing family, especially a child. The family of the victims hope justice is served."
I miss them, and this violence that's going on right now is crazy. We keep using the young people.
They're hoping for solutions to the gun violence plaguing the city.
I just hope these young men can figure something out besides guns and put guns down so don't nobody else have to go through the hurt that I'm going through.
Jamie Mace, WLKY News.
All right. 2 young men, they look so young, decided to take 2 different people's lives at 2 different times. And they got away with it, they thought, the first time apparently, and decided to do it again. And they get caught. And now they got to pay the price for both of them. But I showed that clip because I wanted you all to see the parents, in a situation like that, where they have to face the killers. We did a show with Tangela Owens, and they had caught her daughter's killers, and she went to court every day that they had the trial. She went and had to face them, not only face them, but had to speak out, and she knew one of the kids very well. There got to be a hurtful thing to deal with the fact that your child is gone, and then months later, some people years later, go to trial and have to relive it all over again and actually see them and look like they have no remorse at all. Like, okay, I'm just here. I don't know what's finna happen, but I'm just here. And I do believe that a lot of young people, when they go to trial, Jason, I don't think they understand when sentence time comes and they tell them you got life in prison. I don't think they get it.
I think I don't know if they like waiting on that it's gonna fall through or whatever that may look like. But no, at the end of the day, once you get to them that magistrate or even the judge at that point where they're telling you the hardship, the time, this is what you got going, they're gonna have to choke that down. But what they don't understand too, though, is all that big bad stuff that they had out in the world, they no longer get inside. And now they the little fish in this big bad world of penitentiary. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could possibly find some good out of it and do some great things, but that's gonna be a tough ordeal, man, to be somewhere with somebody telling you to do something for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You up at this time, you down at this time. You go here to eat, you move here to eat. Like you doing that for the rest of your life. That's tough. It's tough.
It is. And don't forget, y'all, everything is allegedly and explicit language on here tonight. Jason, and another thing is, when they get locked up for petty shit, mama, they know mama and them come get me. Somebody can bail me out. When you in there for life, when you have been sentenced, there is no they can come get me. They can come up with enough money to come bail me out. Ain't no bail me out. You in there. Ain't no come on. And like Jason said, you got your boys out on the street to protect you. It's like 50 of y'all motherfuckers out here. It's 50 of y'all deep. Rolling deep. Ain't no such thing as I'm gonna get jumped and they gonna beat my ass. It ain't no such thing. Cause you rolling 50 deep.
Right.
Y'all gonna automatically win. But baby, when you go to prison, them 50 folks, they ain't with you. You on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You better hope somebody like you enough to protect you while you up in there. I ain't never been to jail. I ain't never been to jail a day in my life. I just went to visit folks. Have you been to jail before?
Yeah. I didn't know this was going.
Look, y'all pulley over on the outside. Pulley, he didn't even say yes or no.
I've done my fair share of being in that 6x6, that 6x10. It ain't. I can walk you through a bit of it.
I just said your ass stuck.
That's it, man. Like what is his name? Kevin Hart say, one man, one pillow. You know what I'm saying? One bed. You shit, man. I had to go in COVID too one time. And COVID, they give you 14 days of solitaire before you can even get to Gym Pop. And even Gym Pop was still self.
You been in there during COVID?
Had to go finish up some shit.
Sorry, y'all. I was talking to Pooley again. I forgot y'all was there. Jason, I forgot you was there too. Hold on,
I had to go finish
again.
some stuff up. I had to go finish some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's good. Rough. He finished it up.
I got my ass out of there.
I
got a whole nother chance. You hear me? But no, like to be honest with you though, they like.
He done scared me. Jason, we gonna have a talk after the show. Well, I tell y'all what, you ain't gonna be able to find nothing on me. I tell you that much.
That part. You know what I'm saying?
Jason, you know what? But at least you clearing it up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. At least I have no more issues. I got no more issues.
He ain't got no more issues. So y'all go look for whatever y'all want to look for, but he ain't got no more issues.
Good luck,
Jason, we still gonna have a long talk after the show. Aisha says she is hollering right now. Aisha, I had no idea. So he just threw me for a loop.
You're asking questions now. See, we wasn't supposed to be asking each other questions. I could have sat there. I could have just sat there.
He scared me. No, it's okay. We'll talk about it because I need to know everything. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Y'all should have been Jason's friend.
Hey,
y'all should have been his friend, and y'all could have known
that part. No, it's my story, man, and I'm not afraid of it. It's definitely made the person I am today. And
don't tell it. We'll bring you on as a guest. A big news.
He is not here as a co-host.
He gonna have a flyer and everything. I'm sorry, but we gonna have a flyer and everything for Jason. He gonna be our special guest, just like we had to do with Bernardo.
That part.
Where Bernardo at?
Yeah.
Look, where Bernardo at? But yes, you are right, Asia. It's all good though. It's all good. We love Jason. We don't give a damn what Jason has done.
It ain't crazy now. It ain't crazy. Yeah.
We don't care. You know, you come to Peachy Time, you show up and you show out. That's all that matters.
That part. Ooh, I'm hot now. Y'all got me hot over here.
If they need the video, we'll submit the videos. Okay, we'll submit the videos.
So next slide, please. Next slide.
Don't worry. Look, I'm hot over here too. Don't worry. Y'all, we finna go to the next video. Ain't nothing funny about this next video at all. I'm sure you all have seen it. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say you all have seen it. I'm not gonna say that at all. Because I don't know if Jason's seen this. But the football player, the ex-football player?
No. I think I might have heard of it, but I'm not sure.
It was his brother. It wasn't him, it was his brother. But here we go. We got an update on it, baby. Here we go.
A senseless act of violence. A youth football coach gunned down during a game in Lancaster over the weekend in front of kids, including his own son. Chris Sadeghi following this story in our newsroom. Now, Chris, this suspect is still out there.
Yes, Kara, and police say that it was an argument between coaches and officials that led to the shooting and the death of an assistant coach at a youth football preseason game. Lancaster police think that this is the man, Yaqub Talib, and they're still looking for him. They believe he was the shooter. We're told he was an assistant coach for the North Dallas United Bobcats, one of the two teams playing Saturday night at Lancaster Community Park. Video posted to social media shows several adults obviously angry, and then things getting physical out on the field before you hear several gunshots being fired. An assistant coach for the DEA Dragons named Mike Hickman was killed, making this situation all the more tragic. Hickman's 9-year-old son is one of the players on the team and was there when it all happened. Hickman was 43 years old and played football himself locally at Maceo Smith High School and at the University of North Texas. We spoke with the presidents of the two teams who were obviously in disbelief that something like this could happen.
I think it's all senseless, man. Like yesterday was probably the worst day of my life, man. And
this is something that these kids will remember for the rest of their life. They'll never forget this moment. The only thing that I want right now is just justice. That's all.
And Yaqub Talib is the brother of Aqib Talib. Football fans might recognize that name. He spent 12 years in the NFL and also was a standout high school player here locally at Richardson Berkner. We're told that he too, Aqib Talib, is an assistant coach for the North Dallas United Bobcats.
Big story here is the man accused of shooting and killing a North Texas youth football coach is now in custody. Yaqub Salik Talib, seen here in a mugshot from last year, we understand has turned himself in as of today. Alexis Wainwright is updating you on the investigation.
The suspect surrendered here at the Dallas County Jail. I did reach out to his attorney who declined to comment. I spoke with a family member of the victim who says they're grateful someone is behind bars, but it doesn't take away from their pain.
This is an arrest photo from 2021 of Yaqub Salik Talib when he was booked for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon and drug charges. Talib is the brother of former NFL player Aqib Talib. He is accused of shooting and killing coach Mike Hickman during a 9-and-under football league game Saturday. This cell phone video shot by someone who witnessed the violence surfaced on social media showing a fight, and then you hear shots go off.
Shocking for the fight, no, but shooting, yes, that was too extreme. I wasn't expecting that.
Police say Talib started shooting after an argument turned into a fight between the opposing coaches and officiating crews.
It took away a great person that would want to help the community and better us as a person.
Hickman's family released this statement saying, quote, Mike was an amazing husband, son, father, grandfather, brother, friend, and coach. Our family is grieving. Right now, we don't see an end to our grief, but what I know for sure is we will find a way to move forward. We don't have a choice. We miss him immensely. We always will. We will love him forever. According to court records, Talib has been arrested in the past on several charges from assault with a deadly weapon to child criminal negligence. In 2017, Talib was arrested in Dallas County for allegedly knocking out a pregnant racetrack employee after the two got into an argument over cigars. In Dallas, Alexis Wainwright, CBS 11 News.
Yo,
right,
I feel like some people just really belong in jail, dude. Like beforehand, like that don't make no sense, man. Like you have this many charges, you have these many things going on. You're very, very, very short-tempered. You know what I mean? Like I can never understand why coaches and fathers or people are fighting at a children's football game. Like, why are you that heated for a game you're not even playing in? Like, you don't even play.
Game on top of that.
Right. It's a children's game. Why isn't this fun? Why aren't you laughing and joking about the interception or drop ball? There is nothing that them children will get or reap benefit from at that age. And even then, even if it's in a pro level, it really shouldn't come to that point. Like, there's no reason that they're fighting and shooting at a children's football game. Children.
I agree. Nicole said a dang on 9-and-under game. Hey, Josette, we see you. We see you out there, Josette. Yes, 9 and under. Like Jason said, what could get you so upset?
You're not even in the game.
You ain't playing for money. You ain't playing because whoever win, they child from the Pee Wee game gonna automatically get a scholarship to the NFL. Automatically.
All that.
Automatically.
It's a community game.
That you done
Why are
paid
you
for,
so
probably.
riled up about a community game?
That you done paid for. Because some of this stuff, they got to pay for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it still ain't worth arguing and fussing in front of kids.
In front of the children, right?
You're bringing these kids to do this to keep them off the streets, to keep them from fighting, to keep them from selling drugs and shit out on the streets, carrying guns and stuff. That's what you're bringing them on here. This is what you're paying this money for.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your child to get into any trouble and let the street take them and suck them all up. And then you're going to come on here and do the same shit that they doing in the street? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Belinda said, wow, Lord, please stop this senseless gun violence, shaking my head. And this man seemed like he was deep in the community, like really helping these people in the community out. And a lot of the coaches, they are the ones that's paying for these kids' uniforms.
It's all out their pocket. Unless they got a sponsor, unless they getting other people to help, the community help pay for those cleats and equipment and time and space. Like all that stuff is out of pocket, man. There's nothing generated from these games for a community game. Like it's all for children.
That's it.
It's to give children something to do. You know what kind of trauma everybody at that play field is going to have from going forward? What child? I personally wouldn't want my children to go back and play football out there at any other place because of how crazy a parent's going to get. Like, I know the expectations of my child is there to have fun. It is not a competition beyond, them getting something out of it. It's awful. Even then, right? I want to be able to teach my children this, even if it is a serious game and there are but there are rewards that you can get from it. It doesn't mean the end of the world. That this isn't the end of what you are as a person. So if my daughter is going to the Olympics for gymnastics at the 18 level and she didn't win, it's not the end of the world, baby girl. You still got a whole nother life to live. Or get back on the horse and do it again. Try next year.
Exactly.
Nobody can try again, man. That father can't come back. That coach can't come back. That person can't come back and help his son feel safe anymore. His father has been taken from this earth in front of him. Football ain't the same for that kid anymore.
I'd rather my son Trey coming off the field crying because
he lost
versus him coming off the field crying because his coach was killed and murdered right in front of him. And I got to explain to him, how did this happen? That this shit happens all the time. I bet you a lot of them kids ain't never even known probably for some shit like this to happen. And now their parents got to explain to them, this happens all the time. This ain't nothing new. We just don't want to get normal. We don't want this to feel normal to us, to our family. But mommy has seen this a lot. They was jumping that man. They had jumped him. That could have been enough. But they jumped him and then turned around and started shooting. Sad. But we're going to play this last clip on it, and then we're going to get into our update. Here we go.
He turned himself in today so that he could start the process of telling his side of the story.
This is video of Yaqub Talib getting booked into the Dallas County Jail Monday after police obtained a murder warrant for his arrest.
He wanted to turn himself in from the start, but he wanted a chance to talk to his lawyers first.
That's Talib's attorney, Clark Birdsall.
Mr. Talib feels terrible for the loss of life.
Lancaster police said the deadly shooting happened before 9 p.m. Saturday at a preseason Pee Wee football game between the North Dallas United Bobcats and the DEA Dragons. We're told Talib coached for the Bobcats. The victim, Mike Hickman, coached for the Dragons. Witnesses told investigators there was a disagreement between the opposing coaches over calls made by the officials. Video posted to social media shows several adults getting angry and then things getting physical on the field before you hear several gunshots being fired. The 43-year-old Hickman died at the hospital. Lancaster police say they identified Talib as the shooter.
He feels terrible the whole thing happened, but I think there are some heavy defensive overtones to what happened out there on that playing field, and in time, that'll all come out.
When I asked Birdsell if he'd share Talib's side of the story,
No, I'll just leave it at what I've said there.
documents show Talib was arrested for possession of a firearm by a felon and marijuana in May 2021. Talib is also the brother of former NFL cornerback Aqib Talib, who Birdsell told me was at Saturday's game too, a game that left former UNT star Hickman dead.
So there's some anger out there. I can see that on the social media, but they don't know the full story.
And when I asked how much longer until we'll know the full story,
I couldn't say right now.
Jason, what can he say? What can that boy say to
defense when they speak like that. I don't know much. I'm not here to say I know anything like that, but if they can show or have enough story or enough witnesses to say that Talib was defending himself, then this is gonna be a sad walk off. I mean, it's sad regardless, but it's possible that he
was
off.
getting jumped. So maybe he possibly pulled out a gun while he was being jumped and pointed it directly at Talib. That would be the only way.
Absolutely. But if Talib is the guy that was in that video holding the football, talking to the official.
I don't know if that was him.
Okay, it could have been on the other side.
Because the guy that they caught had a bald head and his chin was shaved off.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if that was him. So I don't want to say that was him because I kept looking at this video over and over. But it looks like somebody just was videotaping it, and that's the tape that they have. But basically, the tape was just showing that the parents or the people was getting aroused. Was that the right word?
I just said I just said no, that wasn't him. All right. Well, I mean, again, if he is getting jumped and there's valuable information and evidence to show that, then it is self-defense. The only thing that he's really going to get in trouble for then at that point would be again having that firearm second, third time doing this, that he rack up those charges.
And he was a felon.
There's a really good chance that murder, the manslaughter or whatever it's called, might not stick. So his death might not stick, but all the other shit, being a felon and having a gun and all that stuff, all that will stick. All that's gonna stick. So they gotta try to fight not him having a murder case.
And then we also have to understand, I hate to say it, but we also have to understand that they come from money, apparently, because of the guy, his brother, being on the football field. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he got the money now, but it's a possibility that he do. And we all know that money talks. We learned that from T.I. Money do talk. Right. I had to throw that in there. Yeah, I love you, T.I. Just in case you want to come in, sponsor Peach Tea Time, I still love you.
Absolutely, Belinda, you're right.
Said, can't say nothing unless Coach had a gun too.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no, right? If there's a gang of people harassing them or trying to beat them up, then it's defense. It's still defense. We seen that with, and then granted it's a white guy, but we seen that with the young kid from Milwaukee, from Illinois going to Milwaukee Wisconsin, and he killed those two protesters, right? And it's all defense. Like, he was defending himself at the end of the day. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to have the guns and this, that, and the other, but what you're wanting is for him to be convicted for murder. And if that's your conviction and that's what you want to shoot for, then if he's defending himself, he will beat the conviction of murder. because he's defending himself. But if we go for other things like conviction of felon having a gun for the second or third time kind of charge, you will be able to get him on a stronger charge there. So it's really all on what you're shooting for. If you're shooting for a murder case, he might beat that murder case. Crazy,
I hope he
crazy,
don't.
but that's the system.
Exactly. We always say here on Peach Tea Time that they need to rewrite the laws.
Oh,
So
absolutely. It
those,
should be a
yeah.
living law. Laws should be changed as every 10 years, I think, in my mind. Again, all
And
this
I'm
is
agree with
allegedly.
you on
I
that.
don't know nothing. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know any civil law or nothing of that nature. I'm just going off of shit that I've heard and seen.
All right. Well, it's time to get into our update, which is what I couldn't wait to show y'all. So here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus.
All right, y'all. Here is our update. We are going to show a playback so that you all will be aware of what the update is when I show it. So here we go.
And two families are grieving tonight after a double murder on the South Side. A man and a woman found shot to death in a car. One of the victims, a young father. His family says he leaves behind a 9-month-old daughter. News4Jax reporter Janice Harris joins us live from the scene near Bowden Road and I-95. Janice.
A very sad day for those two families. 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes was one of the two people that were identified being shot here in this area. Now, we learned of his name by way of Mad Dads. They released images about it. This is an area that's very busy, and people have plenty of questions as to who killed him and the woman that was inside the car with him. Shot and left for dead. According to JSO, two people were found dead in a car next to this ATM around 9 Monday night. The family of 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes confirmed that he was one of the two murdered last night and had these photos posted through the Mad Dads Jacksonville chapter. This is a photo of Barnes with his child on Father's Day. When I came to the area today, the thought of someone being shot here was unthinkable. To hear that there was a shooting here last night around 9.
Chilling. Yeah, very much so. I'm really surprised.
Newsom is one of dozens of people that I saw come to this ATM, and just steps away are the orange spray paint marks used to show the area of the shooting. There are multiple stores, lots of traffic, and surveillance cameras all around. But so far, GSO has not released information on a possible gunman.
And that's sad. I feel sorry for them and their families.
Sympathy has resonated with people on social media. As the investigation continues, many are mourning the death of this father and a woman who was also in the car when the shooting happened. And as in many murders, you see the sign here, the First Coast Crime Stopper sign offering a reward. The tip can be anonymous, and you see the number there, 866-845-TIPS. It's important to also mention that
Y'all remember that? In case you don't remember that, I remember you and Jason gonna remember this right here. All right, Jason, you remember that?
A little bit, yeah.
That was so sad.
Absolutely.
Yes, so it was him and his girlfriend in the car. And I remember we was all trying to figure out, who was driving the vehicle. Because we saw the gentleman get out of the back seat.
Correct.
And then they was both found on the ground the next day. So we was also trying to figure out, who was on the ground, how they got on the ground, and all of that. I do have an update, and here go our update, and we're gonna go ahead and go straight into this.
Right now at 6 o'clock, this man is facing murder charges, accused of shooting 2 people 2 months ago. 20-year-old Rashawn Gist made his first court appearance today since police took him into custody.
He's being held in the fatal shooting of 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes and 20-year-old Tynea Powell. They were inside a car next to an ATM at a parking lot in South Point back in June. Barnes' parents spoke with News for Jax reporter Corley Peel. She is joining us near the scene of the crime. Corley?
Well, this parking lot is where you can see flowers have been left to honor Barnes and Powell. And it's also where family members say Gist returned to the scene of the crime for a vigil for the 2 people days after they were murdered. This surveillance video shows a gunman running away after 2 people were shot and killed inside a car. The man accused of pulling the trigger appeared in court on Thursday. 20-year-old Rashawn Gist is charged with second-degree murder.
The directive is that you're bond at none.
He's accused of killing 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes and 20-year-old Tynea Powell. I spoke with Barnes' parents who want to remain anonymous. Do you know Rashawn Gist?
No. Never saw him before in my life.
Investigators say U.S. Marshals arrested Gist on a warrant on Wednesday. Police believe he shot and killed Barnes and Powell in a car in a parking lot near Bowden and Spring Park Road in June. What have these past couple of months been like for you and your family?
It has been awful. Sleepless nights. I have nightmares.
Shortly after the murders, loved ones held a vigil at the scene. AJ Jordan with Mad Dad says Gist was there standing with Barnes' family and friends. And how common is that for someone who is accused of the crime to actually show up to a memorial?
I think it's very common because they want to interject themselves into it. They want to see the pulse of the community, see what information going out, and so they want to be right there in the thick of things.
Did you know that he was there?
No, absolutely
not.
How does that make you feel that he was right under your nose?
That's very scary. What if he could have followed any one of us home?
Barnes leaves behind an 11-month-old daughter. What are you going to miss the most about your son?
Everything is hugs.
Just his vibe, his love, everything about my son. He was just a good guy all around the board.
Now that Gist is behind bars, his family is hoping for justice. Both JSO and Mad Dad said that they've received dozens of tips from the community that helped lead to the arrest of Gist. His next court date is scheduled for August 25th, and Barnes' family says they will be there. Reporting live from South Point, Corley Peel.
All right. Now, word on the street. Everything on here is allegedly. But I did do some additional research on this. And the research that I found was that the police checked the phones. And when they checked the phones, they found out that the guy that was arrested had sent a message to the other guy that got killed, saying that he needed a pee. And the police officers were saying a pee basically is drugs. Mm-hmm. So it was a drug deal that went bad, basically. And that's what happened. Damn. A lot of women, Jason, they feel like it's okay to go along for the ride. I got my man with me. What could go wrong? If you one of them real down, ride or die with your man, your man got a tool on him. You know what y'all going to go do. But I'm just finna ride with him anyways. We gonna be all right. We protected. But you never know what will happen.
That part.
You never know. You never know.
And I'm guessing they kind of had some kind of allegedly. Right? I'm guessing that they had some kind of, knowing of each other and whatnot because he riding in the car with him or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
My thing is, man, if you if you out here selling that work or whatever, dude, like, nah, man, you ain't supposed to have that. You ain't supposed to have a customer behind you in your car.
You just never know.
You can't. Well, it's not even a never know. That's a, you know what I'm saying. That's damn near the 10 crack commandments. You feel me?
Put her ass in the back seat.
Put her ass in. Yeah, exactly. Put her ass in the back seat, or just don't pick them up, man. That's the rules of number one. Like I'm not your Uber, my nigga. Like I don't like. Look, you need this from me. I don't need it from you. You go get the money, and then you tell me where to meet you at, and then we out of here. But if I gotta go get you, if I pull up with a pound, or whatever, allegedly, then you ain't got my money right then and there. We ain't making no deal. I'm not about to take you up the street for some extra money, my guy. For something like this can happen. I can't see you. I can't stop you. You pull the tool out behind me, one in the back. She jump, boom, get her one, and then she fall out the car. Yep, and then you grab the bag, you grab all the shit you need from them, and then you leave.
Because apparently, you know, it had to been the dumb suggestion to go to the ATM. Like, every ATM got some cameras somewhere. You best believe it. So I'm like you, Jason. I'm thinking that Buddy got there and was like, take me to the ATM to get the cash. Or something like that. Okay, hop in the back seat.
Yep.
No, like Jason said, we're not going anywhere.
Nope.
I'm not gonna give you no ride.
And it probably was their idea. It was like, man, fuck yeah, I'll run you up here, dog. And then they probably say, let's get the most visual, most one on the corner, Main Street, everybody around here moving around. Because as you can see, shit, he just walked away and the car pulled up right next to it.
Right next to it. And he wasn't even trying to, at first he wasn't running. Car study going.
He went back to the car, right? He went back to the car.
He went right back. Oh, let me close this door right quick. I don't want her to get cold. What the hell?
Yeah, well, she fell out the car already. She was laying on the other side of the car.
No, they both was in the front.
Right. What I'm saying is, because even when you look at that footage, right, the first one that you sent, when he got out the car, the passenger door opened up.
Yep. Exactly.
So she must have fell out of the car, and then the door just stayed open, and ain't nobody come mess with him at all. She just laid there for the night.
Exactly. That's so sad. And you saw those other cars coming up too at the same time to use the ATM. So y'all, we finna get into our couple commercials. When we come back, we finna talk about this 17-year-old informant. 17-year-old informant. And when y'all see what these crooked officers did, they definitely could not have known a video camera was taping them. There's no way. It's so sad. But here we go.
Let's celebrate for the ones who going through it and they feel like they can't make it out the storm. Let's celebrate. Let's have a toast for the homies down the road and for the ones who getting gone. Let's celebrate to the fact we finally made it, even though we had a couple niggas hating. Let's celebrate, even if we ain't got a reason, shit, just celebrate. Feels good, we finally made it out. Having these dreams about 16s all on my granny couch. A couple mics in a pop filter at my mammy house.
Damn, Biggie, what's this? Damn, Biggie, what's this?
Of a 17-year-old killed in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant claims LMPD was using her son as the confidential informant.
The wrongful death suit alleges that DeVore Stoner was put in a dangerous situation by police despite being a minor.
WLKY's Mark Vanderhoff spoke to the mother's attorney.
And Mark, what kind of evidence did they say they have in this case?
Well, Rick, Vicky, right now, the only evidence attorneys are publicly revealing is a cell phone video from the day DeVore Stoner died. But they believe other evidence will prove their case.
I was shocked. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Attorney Ira Schechter says this blurry cell phone video shows LMPD officers pulling 17-year-old DeVore Stoner from a car after Stoner had been fatally shot. It happened on August 25th of last year in the parking lot of a Zaxby's restaurant on Fern Valley Road in Louisville. Now, a civil lawsuit alleges Stoner died while working as a confidential informant for LMPD, even though he was a minor.
I could still make out what I thought was clearly a police officer removing surveillance wires off divorced Stoner and then running away. And even I thought I could see the wrapping of the wire around his wrist as he sprinted off.
In response to this story, LMPD issued a statement saying it, quote, resoundingly refutes what is being put forth. On July 27th, Antonio Lawson was indicted on charges of complicity to murder and complicity to robbery in connection to Stoner's death. According to court documents, Stoner died while he and Lawson attempted to rob and carjack someone. Those court documents say the victim of that carjacking shot Stoner, who died at the scene. We asked Schechter why they believe Stoner was at the Zaxby's that day.
I don't obviously know for sure, but I mean, he trusted, I believe, Antonio Lawson. I believe they'd been friends for a while.
According to LMPD's standard operating procedures, minors should not be used as informants without a parent or guardian's knowledge, quote, unless exigent circumstances are present. Schechter says Stoner's mother was neither asked nor gave her permission.
We're placing them in situations where they could be killed.
We also spoke to a professor of criminal justice who says there is a national debate about the use of minors as informants.
You have a person with ultimate authority over you and someone with a gun, someone who could change your life forever, offering you a deal to be a confidential informant.
Schechter says that's why Stoner's mother has filed the lawsuit.
She would like to see this case, spark a movement where you can't have kids as confidential informants, and states start making laws to that effect.
Now, we also reached out to the FBI to see why they were listed on the indictment as the lead agency on this case instead of LMPD. They did not respond to our inquiry, but the FBI is a part of the carjacking task force announced last year. Mark.
What? Dirty.
Hella dirty, dude. Hella dirty.
That was so dirty. They got them on camera, y'all, taking the wires off it. They ain't even take them straight to the hospital. They said, oh, well, he dead anyways. He's just a nigga. He dead. We finna go on ahead and take the wires off first. What'd you say, Jason?
Yeah, they did him wrong. They did him hella wrong.
Hella wrong. Look, Agent said, mercy. Yes, mercy. Yes. Yep.
There was nothing absolutely important to have a 17-year-old kid as an informant. Nothing pressing that I can think of.
Nothing at all. And the parents didn't even know. So that leads me to believe that this boy was probably afraid to tell his parents what he did wrong.
Yep.
And he trusted the police officers that if I be an informant and y'all gonna make sure that nothing happened to me, then my mom and daddy ain't gonna find out what I did.
That part.
Instead of him going to his parents, telling his parents what he did, and telling his parents they made me an informant. That's why we have to make sure we have that communication with our kids. We have to make sure our kids feel comfortable to come and tell us anything. No matter if we beat the shit out of you, still feel comfortable.
We do not hit our children.
We don't hit them. But just in case somebody think that people do hit them, in case they whoop their ass, still make sure your kids feel comfortable to come back and tell you things. Because this right here, this wouldn't have happened.
Right. Like I tell my children, right? Like, you need to be able to tell me the truth, and I need for you to tell me the truth, even if it gets you in trouble. Reason being is because first we need to figure out how do we, make the situation better or improve on how not to have that happen again. Exactly. And then we talk about the situation or repercussions that may come from it. Because you may not even get in trouble if you tell me the truth. right? So if that young man came home, I was out with some homies and we stole a car, and I didn't steal it really. I just got in there with him. Then we talk about their consequences. Yeah, you might have to go, turn yourself in, or don't do that again. Joyriding to get you this, yada, yada, yada. Instead of him being fearful of saying what he did or didn't do, and then the cops are like pressuring him, like, well, do you want us to tell your mom? We just need to help clean this ring up, and you're gonna be an informant to get your friends to tell on themselves. Now you a double snitch, man. Like I get it. Yeah, man, that's fucked up, dog.
It is.
Again, they just utilize this young man,
Yep.
and just disposed of him as if he was trash. You know what I'm saying? Now his family has to grieve and be hurt because of this situation.
And this is what I got up on the screen is some of the ages they say. I'm on here say children 12 and under. 12 and under, Jason, can't be an informant. 13, 14, 15, 16, they can, I guess. A juvenile is an individual under the age of 18 years.
But again, you have to be understanding that it could be as low or as high as that. But again, it's going to have to come with approval from the
parents.
Yeah. The guardians,
from the parents. Exactly. So we better get into our last story, y'all, because Jason you got something big going on tonight.
It's coming up.
So this is our last story. A young lady that was shot by her boyfriend. So here we go.
We've got you covered. This is 27 News at 6.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Amber Noggle. Family members of a 22-year-old from Madison identify her as the victim of a Jefferson County shooting. They say Nicolette Satterfield was shot and killed Tuesday morning at a home in the town of Sumner, which is west of Fort Atkinson. Rachel Perry sits down with her family as they plead for answers.
She's a beautiful girl.
Photos or moments captured in time are all Charles and Amani have left of their Nikki.
Our teachers loved her too.
Nicolette Satterfield, who often went by Nikki, was just 22 when her dad and sister say she was killed. A proud father, Nikki's dad Charles, looks back on her milestone moments.
Nicolette and I at the graduation.
Like that day, Charles says he'll never forget learning Nikki wouldn't be coming home.
Something just said answer, and I just answered it. And then it was one of her friends that told me, Nicolette is dead. I jumped up and said, what?
He says his daughter was killed in the Tuesday early morning shooting at a home in the town of Sumner. Officials with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office say a suspect was arrested and is still in custody, but would not release any more details.
Nikki's family tells me they're still searching for answers, like who could have done this, how did it happen, and why would someone want to hurt Nikki?
That's the big question, like why? Why?
I take my daughter's life. For what? For what reason?
There's
what did
no
she
reason.
do to you for you to do her like that?
Family says Nikki was shot while attending a celebration of life party for her boyfriend. He was killed last year in Madison.
And she's up there celebrating his birthday, and now this.
The family now holds on to these photos, wishing for answers and hoping for justice.
I mean, never a dull moment. Never a dull
From
moment.
June 5th, 2000 until now.
In Jefferson County, Rachel.
All right. The reason why I showed this clip, Jason, and everyone that's watching, is because this young lady actually, her boyfriend was murdered a year ago. And she literally went to his celebration of life. So that's where she was at. You know how the family get together, when someone, their loved one has passed away, they may do a balloon release, a dinner, a party, or light some candles, anything. And that's what this young lady did. His family was the one that was giving this. So she went, and they said that her, word on the street, that her and this guy was very, very close. They was boyfriend and girlfriend, but they was, really, really tight. They was together all the time. So a year later, She's still feeling it. She's still remorsing, like, oh my gosh, grieving. So she decided to go ahead and go over to the family member's house where they was having this celebration of life, and she ended up getting killed. And it was her boyfriend. Sad. And then dad get a call saying his baby gone.
All right.
Jason, what you guys say about this before we end the show?
It's sad because you can't celebrate someone that you find important in your life that also has been, taken away from murder. I'm not taken away for murder, but because they was murdered. And now since this shit is happening, like it blows my mind how riled up other people can get for other people's lives that might not or don't even impact you at all. You know what I mean? Like I can't, like I don't invest that much in people that I get that lost that I gotta do something so heinous. I'm never that attached. Like people can make you mad. Like people know how to push a button or two, but I know how to walk away. I know how to count to 10. I know how to say whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know what's truth. I get that part, but it blows my mind that some people have the audacity to want to have to kill someone. That shit is crazy to me.
Exactly.
And then at a space and place where it doesn't even cause for it. No one should be getting shot around children. At a children's football game, preseason football game. No one should be getting shot in cars because they want to, make a little extra money beyond the money that they making from their 9 to 5. No one should be killed because they're going to celebrate the life that was already taken away a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit don't make sense to me, cuz like doing this stuff. Exactly. I've been in the house now, man. I don't even go outside no more like that. Like I'm in the house. Like I went out the other week and I just seen some other friends and people and they're like, damn, you outside, Jay? I'm like, man, brief moment. I'm back inside. The only place you can catch me on that is on the TV screen, cuz.
Yeah, I know
because
that's
it's so
right.
scary out here because I might bump into somebody and me saying, excuse me, in the bar might not be enough because they on Patron and backwoods and they've been sitting and they've been drinking Casamigos and their girlfriend just broke up with them. Or I'm the fourth dude to bump them or whatever the fuck that looked like, dog. That shit is terrifying to me now.
Exactly.
Like no one should be dying for that.
And not only that, Jason, I think showing the shows that we show, the news broadcasts that we show, it's not to scare y'all or to make y'all feel like, oh my gosh, I can't go nowhere. I don't know what to do. It's to bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of your surroundings. If you see shit don't look right, get in your car and go home. You can still go out and party, but when shit start looking rough and crazy, and y'all know what rough and crazy look like, get in your car and go home. Don't wait around and see what's gonna happen. Don't wait around thinking, dang, I might miss something. No.
Yep. Yeah,
take your ass home.
I'm missing it all.
You can listen to it on PGT Tag, or you can listen to it on the news in your area.
That part. I'll see it in Snapchat. I'll see it on TikTok, wherever that case may be. But nah, I'm good, man. I mean, I'll be at the crib.
Exactly. Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Jason, please let everybody know where they can find you.
Absolutely, man. Again, we're over on TikTok at CTV Radio. If you don't have TikTok and you still want to check it out, you can do it on YouTube. I see a lot of you guys on YouTube already. Just type in all one word, Catch This Vibe, and then type in radio. Catch This Vibe, and then radio. You'll be able to see the interview there. We'll be also on Twitch at CTV Radio. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a dope time. It's going to be a wonderful interview. Her name is Karaya Brene. We'll be listening to a few of her songs. She got a new track out that's called, look it up. I forgot it. I think it was like Freaky Tales or Tell Me Freak something. It's a saucy one. It's a spicy one. You hear me? I got it pulled up. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head, but
it's okay. We still love you.
that part. But yeah, come catch us out. Catch us. It's on CTV Radio on TikTok, or Catch This Vibe, one word, radio on YouTube. And yeah, man, come check us out.
All right. And y'all already know where y'all can check me out at PGT Time on all platforms, IG, Facebook, and also on YouTube. I couldn't even get it out in YouTube. And also his 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Please make sure you download the app. If for some reason you're not able to watch me on Saturday, you can always hear me on Saturday. Okay, so make sure y'all download that app. We will definitely be having a family on next Wednesday. I do not know who that family is right now, but we will have a family on. Okay. And shout out to Justice for Michiana just as well. Shout out to them. They always in the building, always checking for PGT Time. So we appreciate y'all so much. And I think that's about everything. Tune in on Friday. Tune in on Friday with me and my husband. We will be in the building.
Big love, mad love.
I don't know what we gonna be talking about, Jason.
Mad love the Poolie.
Mad love the Poolie. But I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I do know we're gonna talk about week 2 of back in school. We're gonna talk about week 2 of back in school. This week was homework week. And Jason, I was helping Poolie.
Appreciate you, Aja.
Yes, I gotta put it up. We got Jason. If I don't forget to put it up, you put it up.
I got you.
But this week was homework week. This was Kirsten's first time having homework, and I remember, I think it was on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. I'm sick. It was Monday. I was sick. Didn't go to work. I mean, I was toe up. And shout out to my mama, y'all. My mama, she did test positive today for COVID. So y'all please keep my mom in y'all prayers. Mama Peach, baby, we love you. We know you gonna
love you, Mama Peach.
Yes. But Jason, I was helping my daughter with her homework, and we was giving high fives and everything. And then I went to the back, and Poolie stepped in and started helping Kirsten with her homework. And Kirsten was crying. First day of doing homework, and Poolie have her crying.
That part.
So we're gonna definitely talk about that on Friday, baby. We're gonna talk.
If you
definitely
got
talk
two
about that
pairs,
on
Friday. And they take one pair away, how many pairs you got? I don't know. 3.
That's right. That sounds like about right. You know what I'm saying?
Not right.
I had to tell Poolie, get off here. Get up and go. Just get up and go. Because this don't make no sense. First day of doing homework and she crying. She should not be crying on the first day doing homework. Okay? So we're going to definitely talk about that on Friday. And of course, bring that crime, that love and relationships. So y'all, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, YouTube only and Facebook business page, which is PGT Time only going forward, and Twitch. Okay? So thank y'all so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. And bye.